hell of a team win. Offense went and scored four straight drives. Took a lot of time off the clock, time of possession. Just goes to show you, if you believe, you keep fighting, and keep working, and keep trying to get better, we're going to continue to win a hell of a lot of games. Okay? Let's learn from this tape. Let's move on. We got another division game next week. Okay? We'll get the bumps and bruises. And how many times we turned it over, Jay? 0. They turned it over once. Right. So my point is, right? Take care of the ball. You do the right thing. Take care of the ball. You do the right thing, take care of the ball, do the right thing, take care of the ball, do the right thing, take care of the ball, do the right thing, take care of the ball, do the right thing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
FuzzJockRadio.
Ready, now,
Thank you. Welcome to FuzzJockRadio. Welcome to FuzzJockRadio. Welcome to FuzzJockRadio. Welcome to FuzzJockRadio. I am your host, Fuzzy. We got a couple hosts actually. My name is Fuzzy. We got I'm Fuzzy. I'm one of the guys. That's one of the hosts. We also got a Jamez.
Hi. I'm Jamez. I am one of the guys. One of the hosts.
One of the guys, one of the hosts. And then we also have another host. Actually, a champion host. A champion host with the most. His name is C-Dubs. We got a champion in our
World
midst.
champion, I think you mean.
Oh yeah. Sorry. World champion. I forgot that.
But thank you very much. I'm a world champion now.
Is that the way it's gonna be now? Now that you're world champion, you're gonna just rub it in our faces like the elite do.
It might be.
Okay, well,
what's next, man? Like, you gotta go to space travel now, right? Like, you've championed the world. What
universe next?
You're gonna be a space champion. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I'm really sorry if that trumpet fanfare hurt your ears. C-Dubs picked that one out. But yeah, we are FuzzJockRadio. We consist of 3 hosts. We sit here, talk about the last week's week of sports. We aren't a future show. We're a past show. We might talk a little bit about the future, but we mostly commiserate on the what happened in the last week of stuff. As in, Jamez, how was your last week?
Yeah.
What's going on? What'd you do? Oh, actually, dude, I just forgot.
What?
I just remembered. I remembered and forgot at the same time. Isn't that crazy? I'm pretty crazy. You weren't here last week. You had that space madness. You were not feeling well. How you doing now?
True.
You feeling better?
Yeah, a touch better. I've still got the madness. I just got over my spaceness.
Yeah. Did you have a space? Did you have a band with the name Madness in it? Or am I thinking of somebody else? I think I might be thinking of somebody else.
Yeah, no. When I was living in Australia, I had a band called Madness. We had a big hit.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It was about our house.
Oh. C-Dubs. I should say actually champion C-Dubs. Oh shoot, I already lost that. I was gonna do it again, but I already lost it. Nope. I think I found it. Here. What's up, champion C-Dubs?
Being a champion, hanging out with other champions,
Yeah.
just like you guys. You're champions.
It's true.
You had a big week, huh? What's going? You worked a lot. You
Yep.
actually you were able to work more because the Dodgers won, huh? That's how it
Yes.
works, right? Like if they would have lost, you guys would have all gotten fired, right?
Yeah, we would all have gotten kicked out.
That's why we're calling C-Dubs a champion. And it was not actually just I'm sorry, world champion.
Thank you.
You should have saw the look that C-Dubs was giving me. Jeez. He works for the Dodgers, and without his help as being part of the team, they wouldn't have won. So he's absolutely a world champion.
That's at least what they emailed me.
That's what I'm saying too. That's what everybody should say. And if anybody says anything differently, man, like seriously, everybody all the way down to every rung, the janitors, the people that are sitting at their desks and going through emails for ticket validations. I don't know if that's how you do that type of job.
Sure.
The lost and found person, that like they're a champion. They're part of the team. And if they did not, it's like the butterfly effect, dude. Like, have you ever heard of the butterfly effect? I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Have you ever heard of the butterfly effect?
I've definitely heard of the
You've
butterfly
heard of the
effect.
butterfly effect.
Absolutely.
So the butterfly effect, C-Dubs, is, since you haven't heard it,
Nope.
is something where if you change one little thing, like let's say instead of me drinking this energy drink, I drank a glass of water. In the future, the difference could be totally determined, and that's how it goes. Kind of
Yeah,
like
a butterfly.
Monday Night Football was previously determined to be a crappy Monday Night Football. Am I correct?
Yeah. I heard you say
week.
something about that last week.
About that last week? What did you say,
Yeah.
C-Dubs?
I-
And James?
Who, me?
Both.
Okay. No, I heard you say last week on the show that Monday Night Football wasn't working out for you last week.
It wasn't.
No, it was kind of a boring game.
It was. And
Falling
C-Dubs.
apart.
Yeah. And this week?
Well, it was. I give it a. I don't know what was going on rating. I don't know. It wasn't horrible, but it was also not what I expected.
No, okay, so the New York almost beat Brady tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that make it a good game if the Giants almost beat the Bucks? Because that's pretty bad. So does that really make that a good game?
Well, it made it entertaining.
It was entertaining.
Like, okay, so think about it. This time last year, when we were watching Monday Night Football, like Monday Night Football last year was so bad that they had to throw a black cat onto the field to
That's right.
make it interesting. And then after that black cat, I think I recall that the game started getting better.
Mm-hmm.
They
And
did.
and only the teams that were cat teams were winning.
That's correct. I do remember that. And speaking about that on the podcast, first season, right?
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
So with that, I think that since they didn't have to throw any animals onto the field and scare poor animals, like the NFL's throwing random animals onto the field to make it an interesting game. This year, no, it's an actually we're sitting there being like, oh wow, this team might beat this other team, and Brady might cry. Sweet, if we can make Brady cry, that's entertaining Monday Night Football, I think.
Yeah.
He was so mad at one point he was banging his helmet on the bench.
I saw that he was barking at
Really?
his, yeah, and he was yelling at his teammates, and he's not a poor sport. He's a poor sport, not a. He's a poor sport. He
Mhm.
likes to yell at his players.
He's used to winning nothing but Super Bowls.
Yeah,
And ripping his pants playing golf.
yeah,
Yes.
and then
That's all he's
so we're
So the
unfortunately
Black Cat.
the Black Cat ended up telling us that Brady ended up winning the game though, right?
Yeah.
I watched the game, but I don't remember. Okay, so maybe it wasn't a
I
good.
saw the end. The end was exciting still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You
they
you
mentioned
didn't
the
expect
Black
him
Cat
to.
and brought it back. So maybe we've got good games ahead of us.
Yeah, they just invoke the black cat.
Maybe it's like a rule, like you know how
Yeah.
there's the infield fly rule.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
this is
it's
black
a
cat rule.
judgment thing, you know. Like it's an so it's like a judgment thing. They're like, okay, we're invoking the Black Cat rule for Monday Night Football because I'll tell you this. What is next week's Monday Night Football? It's the Jets versus someone else not interesting.
Ooh.
So we'll have to see. Maybe like a
It's gonna be a
quarterback
banger.
will do a front flip or something, or like he'll kick the field goal and score a touchdown. And that'll be the first time it's happened in like 50 years.
No,
Maybe
we'll get to
something
see
like that.
we'll get to see like real life person running for the kick, and they'll like just Charlie Brown it and fly in the air.
Oh my, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Something like that. That'd be pretty
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think, because Brady winning, like, kind of ruined the theme of what tonight's theme was going to be. We're thinking that the New York Giants was going to win, so we're going to say tonight, this last week was an upset, because the Dolphins beat the Rams, the Patriots lost to the Bills, and that's the first time the Patriots lost to the Bills in 13 years.
Wow.
Or something like that. That's I'm not. Don't trust me on the number of years.
It's a long time.
My source told me I'm not very credible source. The Broncos beat the Chargers. The Bengals beat the Titans, and Green Bay lost to our Minnesota Vikings.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, dude.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Did you see the game? Yeah.
No,
Kirk
I
Cousins
just
was
thought-
looking like shit again. There was this pass. I'm just gonna get right into it right away.
Boom.
There's this pass to Thielen that he threw that Thielen had no idea that it was coming to him because there was somebody over top. Jefferson was over top, wide open. And you could tell that Thielen saw Jefferson wide open, so Thielen was going to make sure to get the block. Turns around, and then there's a ball right in his chest.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Yep.
"Oh, I guess I'm gonna." And him being Thielen, of course he caught it, even though he was totally off guard. And it's like I saw that, and I'm like, "Kurt, what the fuck you doing?" You know, like Jefferson's over top, wide open, and you're throwing it to Thielen. What the hell, dude?
Yeah, it was hilarious. Like how surprised Thielen was. I can't believe he caught it because he's straight up. It hits him, and he's just like, "Oh God, what the hell is this thing?" And he just happens to keep holding it.
It was bad. It was
It's
Kurt.
awful.
Kurt was not looking good. So you know James, you know what the reason why Kurt it didn't matter that Kurt was looking like shit because we had Cook. Cook was back. He was off his injury,
Ace.
and he cooked up a
Turn it up.
win for us, man.
Yeah.
Mm.
As long as Kirk doesn't have to pass the ball, I think the Vikings could be all right.
Well, you just gotta let Kurt pass the ball in garbage time because he's garbage quarterback,
He's garbage man.
like you've always been saying.
garbage day.
Jameis called it in the very beginning. But yeah, no, Cook got 4 touchdowns this year or this game.
Dude.
4 touchdowns. That hasn't happened for the Vikings since Ahmad Rashad in 1979.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a
Well,
good fuzzy memory
that's-
trivia question. You guys maybe remember that.
Okay.
But yeah,
I
no.
was gonna say he got 3 rushing touchdowns and 1 receiving touchdown for over 50 yards, right?
Yep.
The final one.
Something like
But
that.
Jameis, you'd imagine, a 50-yard touchdown, that's a huge, just airing it out, right? Kirk Cousins just shooting it down. No,
No.
it was uh 3rd and 9, and they threw a dump pass, just dumped down a couple yards to Cook, and Cook just took off and rumbled it down into the end zone and made Kirk look amazing. And it was totally all Cook. Cook just was
Yeah.
like, give me that short pass. I'll make this huge. Rumble, 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 rumble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. So that would have been counted as passing yards for Kirk.
Yeah, dude.
right?
Yes.
Cook
So he made
just
him look good.
hooked it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cook's like, hey man, you want some stats? I got your stats.
So I consider those garbage stats for that. That's what. Do they keep track of yards after catch?
yes, it's called yak.
But that doesn't matter as much because of yakety yak yak yak,
Absolutely.
right? Okay.
Hey, yakety yak. Don't talk back.
Yeah. So don't talk back. Well, that's pretty dope.
They did it.
So I think that kind of like goes against my theory of the whole tanking for Trevor. I mean, they won.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think
They
that's
can't win against like mediocre and not winning teams, but then they'll win against a team that's doing great this year.
well, Trevor got the 45 virus.
Trevor 45'd?
He 45'd. And yeah, I think maybe we don't want Trevor as much anymore. Maybe that's why we won this game.
Yeah,
we're like
maybe
maybe we're changing our plans. Or maybe what I'm thinking is that no, we're still on the track of tanking for Trevor.
Yeah.
Um
We could still do this.
it's just that it was the Packers, and it would be nice. Wouldn't it be awesome for us to for Aaron Rodgers to say during his amazing season he lost to the 2-14 Vikings?
I love it.
I
And
think-
another juicy element of this game was how it ended.
Yeah, how was that?
Aaron Rodgers was down by 6 points and needed a touchdown and started getting clocks running down. And he's doing his thing where he runs out of the pocket and he's ready to air it down the field. And all of a sudden, a Vikings linebacker comes and knocks his arm down, pops the ball out, fumble, covered by Minnesota. Clock runs to 0. Game over.
Oh yeah, that was the last play, wasn't it? Yeah, that was the last play.
So beautiful that it happens that way. But I also think they might have overlooked us.
You know that is a. You went from one topic to another too quickly there.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. That last play was great. It's a great poster. Everybody, all my friends took a picture of it. It was really good. And then what was the second thing you said?
That the Packers kind of overlooked us.
Yeah,
I think
I
they're more worried about next week.
what's next week for
I think
them?
they play the 49ers or something like that.
Something.
Oh, rematch of the NFC Championship last year.
49ers.
Yeah. Except the only problem with that now is their quarterback's out for probably the rest of the season.
Oh, I've been hearing about what's going on with the 49ers. I've been hearing that they're looking for a new quarterback. Why is that?
They are.
Why? What's up?
Jimmy Garoppolo got a high ankle sprain that's really bad and expected he might need surgery possibly,
Oof.
and or something high ankle, and he might be out for 8 weeks.
Is that why
6
people have
to 8.
been saying that the 49ers should pick up Kirk because their coach likes Kirk?
They already were saying that, and now they are in desperate need of a quarterback. So now they're really saying it out loud. Not the Niners, but other people.
Well, how can we just trade him like that?
We wouldn't trade the quarterback straight up. They'd have to trade us some high like I don't know, defensive paid player or something. Or someone who's overpaid to just give him a little gap of the money. But I think they could probably figure it out somehow.
Hmm.
He could restructure his contract immediately when he gets signed, you know.
So that's the thing.
We just want picks.
Well, that's the thing with the Vikings. Hearing, like, I really do think that the coach and Zimmer and the Wilfs have something going on. Where Zimmer like sat down with them and was like, "Guys, this next season is going to be really rough on us, and we don't have a future unless we clean house, start from scratch, and the best thing I can do for you is get some moldable defensive backs. Start from there so I can have some time with them to make sure that they're on par. Have this quarterback situation play itself out. We have a couple good receivers. We'll make sure that they get a good quarterback after this season. Let's just lay this next season out. Let's fucking get a good draft pick. We have very young D-backs that I will mold. Because we all know that Zimmer is one of the best defensive back coaches out there. He's one of the best defensive coaches. And everybody's wondering, why did he pick such young players? And why did he get rid of all of his high talent? Why not? He's looking at the future. He's not looking at this one specific season. After last season, he's like, okay, that was our shot. We need to start from scratch. And give me some young players that I can mold. So in not next season, but possibly the season after that, or the third season, you'll see something that's going to be spectacular.
That makes a lot of sense.
Why not? Nobody's talking about that. Everybody's just saying, well, players won't lay down for shit. You know, the Wilfs don't hardly ever talk, so we don't even know what's going on with them. And, you know, Coach Zimmer, he likes to win. Yeah, and he does like to win, but he is also somebody that looks to I believe he's a smart dude that looks to the future of a franchise instead of it being, well, let's try to win this game, win this season by putting random things together.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I think it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, that's why he had no problem with getting that defensive back, finding out, or the defensive lineman, finding out it didn't work out, and just be like, get the picks back, trade him.
Let's just sign Kirk really quick, you know, for one more year. Like, is it one more year, or how many more years did we sign him for? Like, that's the one thing that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I think they did that before they thought of the rest of the plan.
Before Trevor came up, yeah. I don't know.
Because I think they were more worried about trying to make there be room to pay Cook.
Yeah.
And to do that, they had to kick Kirk's money down the road. And the only way to do that was to sign him to an extension. So you can sign Cook.
Cook is with us for till 2023.
Yeah, so
I believe. Like I believe he's here for a while. I know that. which is good.
Yes.
And so then that's what he's doing. He's absolutely doing that. He's building the team around Cook without telling anybody. He has good he's looking for good receivers, a young one to complement Thielen. Rudolph is going to be going here soon. Hopefully Thielen stays with the team. But Rudolph is going to be going soon, which is fine because we can get another tight end somewhere that's good hands and probably younger. And then start building around Cook. And if you're going to have a running team along with wide receiver strikes, you have to have good D-backs. And to get good D-backs, you have to get them. You have to mold them. You have to get them young and teach them how to play.
Got to remember too, our former number one pick, who is a defensive back, is out currently with an injury.
Yeah, that injury looked really freaking bad.
I don't even mean that guy.
Oh,
That's our backup to that guy. Just got injured also. So
who's the first guy you're talking about?
Mike Hughes.
Mike Hughes.
Sorry. Yeah. And then Dantzler
just got hurt really bad. He was carted off and went to the hospital, but from what it sounds like from Zimmer, he's cleared to play next week, so it sounds like he's fine. But man, his neck got snapped. That was really scary. Yeah, so Cam Dantzler, he's like one of the young guys, and whenever Zimmer talks about him, any of these guys, like Cam's like when he was talking about Cam, he's a really good kid. He kept on talking about how he's humble and how he listens and he's a good learner, and of course, unfortunately, he had a couple misplays, but he's a good kid is what and it's like, dude, he cares about these players and he sees potential in them. You know what I mean? He wants to mold them. So that's my thought on the. And then they're gonna get Trevor, even though he got the 45 virus this last week. I didn't put much in the notes about this, but because of Tampa Bay playing tonight, Antonio Brown was in the news because they just picked him up.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he couldn't.
Tampa signed Antonio Brown.
He could play this week because his suspension from whatever he did last time is this is the last week it's up. So he was on the free agency market. Tampa Bay picked him up. What do you think? What's going on?
I don't know why they'd risk it. Like, he could really fuck up their shit. Like, he could fuck up the locker room. Look at what he was fucking with the Steelers locker room, and Tomlin had to take control of it.
Yeah.
And get rid of him. Then he started fucking up the Raiders locker room, and then did some really weird shit to get out of his contract, and then they cut him, and then he went and got signed by New England, and then was like being creepy to ladies, and then he got cut from there, and then
there's
he
still
a truck driver, and it's like, what the hell? Why do you want this guy on your team?
Yeah, he still has legal actions against him too.
And they said if he goes to court and he gets guilty, they'll cut him. But
it's just is he
risking it?
Really that good? And at the same time, this is like their fucking third time giving him a chance, right?
Yeah.
And some of the shit that he's done is heinous. And they're still allowing this motherfucker to have a chance.
Everyone just remembers how great their fantasy football teams were when he was on them a few years ago, or how jealous they were that he wasn't on their team. That's all people care about and remember. They don't remember how awful of a person he is. They just remember that they're at the point total.
Well, the NFL doesn't. They remember what he's done.
They don't care. They care about what he can catch and run into the end zone with.
No. Okay.
That's why Arians is acting this way about it, because he's.
Okay.
I'm sure Arians hates him as like his attitude, but he wants a guy who can catch a touchdown.
Yeah, and Tom Brady too.
Yeah,
I bet Tom Brady's friends with him.
Yeah, I bet.
they are. He stuck up for him.
Yeah.
Oh,
you go.
there we
What a
There you
surprise.
go.
go. There we go.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so we still like Tampa Bay. We just still hate Tom Brady. Isn't that hard? And Bill Belichick. Do we still hate the Patriots? Like and Bill Belichick,
Yeah, we
I
just
think
like
so.
Cam.
but we like Cam.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can still like Cam.
But we want Cam to do well, which he's not, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's just not happening.
They're doing so bad too. It's just everybody's tanking for Trevor.
Oh,
You know,
and then
they're
he
2-5.
fumbled on the final play of the most recent game for the Patriots.
Holy
to lose the
shit!
game.
The New York Jets are 0-8. They're tanking for
yeah.
Trevor. They're
They
doing
want
the
Trevor.
best.
Dude, the entire NFC East is like trying to get Trevor, I think.
New York Giants 1-6. Cincinnati Bengals 2-5. Who just won, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
They
awesome.
were one of
Good
the
job.
upsets.
Yeah, we got the upset. Jacksonville Jaguars 1-6. Atlanta Falcons 2-6. Los Angeles Yeah, this is upset weekend. Or yeah, upset week. This was the upset week, right? Is that what we were saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of teams finally got their second win.
Yeah, and there we go. And then Brady fucking upset it for us. God damn it, Brady.
Yep.
Oh.
The Giants were supposed to get their second win.
Yeah,
but-
they were. They're upsetting us. Gosh darn it. San Francisco 49ers 4-4. So yeah, we still would be in the run for tanking for Trevor if they. So it's either New York Giants or New York Jets. Okay. New COVID-19 cases in the NFL for Packers and Ravens as Browns pause and in-person activities. What?
So
I thought this was
this-
over with.
this
No.
just happened
No.
today. These tests were taken on Sunday
Hmm.
and came back positive today, meaning they played with positive cases.
Whoa. Great.
Yeah, oh, that's how that worked. Okay, so I heard Zimmer on the radio today. They were asking him if the Vikings were going to be in extra protocol because of the Green Bay positive test. And I'm like, what the? They must have tested them on Tuesday or what day is it? Today Monday. Monday. They must have tested them today, and they and that quick 5-hour, 6-hour test or something like that.
Nope.
Fuck. And Zimmer's like, well, we're already in the protocol, so there's nothing changing for the Vikings because of that happened last week as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had players play on the field with the COVID.
And here's the thing. It's the policy. So when they say on Sunday morning, when you tune in to Sunday football and you turn on the pre-show and they say, this just in, they've reported 0 COVID cases for this week's games. What they're saying is Saturday's tests on Sunday came back all negative.
So they test on Saturday, come back on and then the test comes in on Sunday. They came back negative.
And then they still get tested Sunday, but don't get those results back till the next day anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then they find out it's even what they agreed to with the Players Association.
Okay, so well,
but it's wrong. That's not how it should work. That's bad.
Yeah, you don't test for something and then go on out, do your thing, live your life, and then like the next day you find out. I mean, this is sports entertainment. This is a billion-dollar industry. Surely they can afford all of their quick 15-minute tests.
Mm-hmm. And this kind of brings me to the next topic with baseball is MLB did the same thing.
Yeah, so I was so confused. So Turner got tested. The Dodgers third baseman got tested during the game.
He got tested the day before the game,
Okay.
and it was inconclusive. So they tested him before the game
Okay.
and let him play.
And then during the
And
game,
he came back
negative,
uh,
positive.
positive, and they had to pull him out in the 8th inning because they were like, well, you have a positive case now. But it's like, he's already been playing the game. He's already with everyone the
Yeah.
whole time. It's too late. You
And-
already fucked this up. He should have not been in the game.
And then
to
they
start.
and then they take him out of the game, and then he comes back after they win. What the fuck is that about?
Which was irresponsible on his part, but I get it.
Yeah, I know he's excited. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. And everybody's like, "Oh, you're not sick. Look at you. You don't look sick."
You're so happy. You can't be sick.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Yeah. But it's just it's I think it's repulsive that MLB is investigating Turner's actions, and you know damn well he's going to get hit harder than the Astros did for cheating.
Oh,
Just
fuck.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, that would suck.
He's gonna get
Yeah.
a bigger punishment than any of those players did, and it's baseball's fault that he did this.
God, this is baseball's fault.
It is. It's MLB's fault. And then the
Oh.
commissioner, when he's accepting or when he's giving away the trophy, is like, "It's unfortunate that this happened after all the." It's like, no. You could have looked at that case and said he can't play,
Mm-hmm.
and then we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
And then
So
when they're all on stage too, they're all touching their masks, and the people on talking to the mic they're taking down their masks and talking to the mic and shit. It's just like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? You know this player hasn't. Like what? Oh, okay. Either way, the Dodgers won.
It's
Yes.
okay. We got helicopters for these guys.
The Dodgers won. So,
and I just in an really not the way you would expect the Dodgers to win this game either. A
no.
bullpen game against an ace pitcher who is dealing.
I love it.
So,
I mean,
what did you say?
I'm just saying they won in a way you didn't expect.
How?
Like,
How?
at the-
Say that. Say that
Yeah.
part. Say that part.
they won in a way you didn't expect.
No, the other part.
With
A bullpen game against an ace
bullpen
pitcher.
game with an ace pitcher
With an ace. With an ace pitcher.
versus an ace pitcher. was
Bullpen
their ace,
win
one of their ace
versus an ace pitcher. What does that mean?
What do you think it means?
I don't know.
It means he's very good. He's like the guy.
Bullpen win.
Well, the bullpen game is what the Dodgers went with.
Instead of a
It's starter, which is what the Dodgers normally do.
an ace starter.
Yes, they didn't go with that.
They went
what
with the
Tampa
bullpen.
went, who's known for doing the bullpen game
During the whole series or this last game?
during the last game.
Okay.
And yes.
This is so long ago now. It's hard to remember.
I know.
Yeah, it's already, it happened the day after our show.
Time, guys, time. It's strange to me.
It is very strange.
So that made you a champion, and you got to experience hanging out with the trophy.
I did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
For real?
Yep. I got to hang out with the trophy today. I got my picture taken with it. I'm waiting for those photos. We'll make sure to put them on our Instagram when we get them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. It was really big. It was a lot taller than I expected it to be,
Yeah.
and it was shiny, extremely shiny.
So you definitely didn't want to touch it.
No,
Get your fingerprints all over it. How did they get it so shiny, do you think?
Because it's gold. I don't know.
Yeah.
Solid
It's
gold.
white gold.
Do you
It's
think
like
it's
white gold?
Do you think it's fake?
Probably. Kidding. Not the real one.
No, the real one. Do you think it's fake?
I don't think it's like the most expensive gold you can get out there. I don't think it's made out of that.
No, the trophy. Do you think it's
Yeah.
fake?
Yeah.
Do you think the real one is the fake one?
Do you think the fake one's the real one and the real one's the fake one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This got
So,
switched out a long time ago.
Well,
they
I
got.
hope they switched them out because that means that I got the real one here in my house.
Whoa.
Whoa.
So we got the most value. We got some awards coming up for baseball. They really like to give out the awards. Having 2 leagues, there's a lot of awards to give out.
Wait,
and-
wait. Before we get on this, I wanted to do one more thing about the World Series.
What? What about the
J-Man.
World Series?
Was it awesome?
No, it was great. J-Mez.
Okay.
Did you
Yeah,
have a
what?
fun time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell me about the World
J-Mez,
Series.
did you have a fun time?
Did
No,
you Did you eat any snacks while you're watching it?
I had too much anxiety to do anything other than watch the game.
Cool.
The decision to take the pitcher out in the 6th inning when he's striking everyone out, he's killing the Dodgers. He's got, what did he have, like 9 strikeouts already or something? Or he'd set some, he has an insane amount of strikeouts.
Yeah.
He gives up, his 2nd hit of the night to Barnes, who has had 2 hits in the World Series in his career in 3 World Series.
Whoa.
So it's luck. It was a fluke that he got that hit. And Mookie's coming up next. You've already struck out twice. You
And they-
pull that pitcher or you leave him in because he's dealing. What do you do? What do you do?
You leave him in.
Of course you do. But
I
that's not
mean-
what the Rays did.
Well, that's why they
And
don't.
then thank you. And thank you, Rays, for taking him out because that's when the team looked at each other and went, this is how we win the World Series tonight.
Yep.
And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Dude.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I feel like some managers just like they really tried to Baldelli that one when they didn't understand how to Baldelli that.
Yeah.
They're like,
He-
well,
he-
if we Baldelli it, that's a cool thing to do, right? I don't know what it means, but let's just Baldelli this and take our pitcher out. I hear a
Yeah.
tip these days. Hashtag Baldelli it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bald Elliot, but in the right way.
But then they're just like actually just a bunch of boomers and like they shouldn't have taken their pitcher out and then lost the game for it.
Yep. And they lost the game. Thanks, Cash.
Bruh.
All right. Now we can move on to the awards.
So yeah, they didn't pick the awards yet, so don't.
Yeah. The finalists.
Yeah. So yeah, they announced the finalists at least. And it looks like we have one. Do we have anybody on it?
We got a Cy Young nominee.
Cy Young.
Cy Young. Who's that? Oh, Kenta.
Kenta Maeda.
Kenta Maeda. Sweet. That's awesome. He did a good job.
He had a great shortened season. He was looking great.
Cruz was on the list before this, wasn't he, for something?
For MVP, but he didn't make it
Damn.
to the final round.
But Mookie is, and Mookie Betts, he did a really good job during the World Series there. So,
Mookie or I think it'd be Mookie or Manny are gonna win it, but I hope Manny would not. I hate him.
yeah, you don't like him.
No.
Trevor Bauer
Angry
we know Trevor Bauer, don't we? On the Reds. I think he used to be a Twin.
Did he?
Yeah.
Bauer?
Yeah. Maybe. Don Mattingly?
Yeah. Don Mattingly was a famous guy once.
He is a famous guy. Kevin Cash,
Yeah.
too. Ooh.
Yeah.
Kevin Cash.
Yeah, think about it.
Huh. For manager of the year. That'd be cool. It should be the Dodgers.
Well, Kevin Cash was the guy who pulled the pitcher.
Yeah, Kevin Cash, he ain't getting it because he tried to Baldelli it when he clearly can't Baldelli it.
Yeah.
So, James, what's up with
Yeah.
the Twins? Oh, hey,
Well,
put
they
up
got
a-
a bunch of some players up for options and contracts. The news recently was that they did not pick up their option for Sergio Romo.
Romo's
So-
not coming. He's not staying with us.
Sergio Romo will he'll be heading to free agency. So
So he's
soon to be Sergio Nomo.
Yeah, he's checking out his options. I mean, that makes sense. Making room for Baldelli. Him and Baldelli probably got in a fight. They were on too much acid. Baldelli wanted to play some more trampled, and
He
Romo was
wanted
like,
more grateful.
"No, grateful, dude."
Yeah, that's how it would go.
Yes, I can see it. That sucks.
Yeah.
Anybody
So,
else leaving?
not that I've heard of yet. I mean, there's stuff in the rumor mill, wondering if we're gonna.
Was
I think
Odo
that
still on the team?
who?
Odo Rizzi?
Yes.
I think he's done this year.
Shoot.
I think he has to get re-signed
Yeah.
or free agent.
I think you're right on that.
Yeah, I bet Baldelli and Romo had a joint session, and they're like, Baldelli's like, dude, I love you, man, but it's time to go.
Well, what really happened is they were in a sauna together, and Romo hung around a little too long.
You gotta
I
go,
want
dude.
some alone time in here, buddy. You gotta leave.
No, Romo was probably like, Twins, I gotta go. Okay, whatever. We got hockey news. The Minnesota Wild, in conjunction with the Fox Sports North and Minnesota Hockey, today announced that Hockey Day, Minnesota 2021 in Mankato. Did you know that, C-Dubs, that the Hockey Day in Minnesota was supposed to be in Mankato this year?
Yes, we covered it here on this show.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, you'd think that You'd think that like I was drinking or something. I forget my memories, but my memories.
Dude,
are
you remember
fuzzy.
when we did a show and then we said these things already?
No,
No.
not at all.
Because I wasn't there. This was last week, probably.
Not this person. What was it like? Every 7 years, you shed enough skin that you're a new person or something like that.
Mm-hmm. It's exactly the saying, actually.
My memory is every 5 minutes.
That you shed your memory
I'm just
skin.
like, yeah, I'm a fuzzy. 5 minutes later, yeah, I'm a fuzzy. Did I tell you guys that? But yeah, but they had to unfortunately postpone the Hockey Day Mankato till 2022. At least they didn't just cancel it and then just say no, you never get it, Mankato. I mean, that would be totally a Mankato thing.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
it'll be more Mankato for it to be famous for something crazy. will happen.
something crazy is gonna happen. I mean, it happening during COVID would not have been enough.
No. There'll be like someone will do that goal, the goal type where they like flick it up, they put it on the tip of their stick and they bring it from behind the goalie and drop it in behind him.
Oh, like it'll be
Ever seen
some really awesome play.
Yeah, someone will pull some shit like that and they'll be like, "Did you all see the 7th grader from Mankato, Minnesota who pulled off?" You know what? It'll be
It'll be a kid
yeah.
like doing the knuckle puck.
And then
there you go.
and then that
You're
kid.
gonna pull out the flying V.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, they'll pull up the flying V.
And then all those kids on that team will be all signed to their favorite team.
Yep, together.
Together.
with the coach, the same coach.
Mm-hmm. And then they'll follow them. The media will follow them throughout the rest of their lives, and then we'll watch it on TV like it's the Truman Show.
Yeah.
I
They'll
was
put it
gonna
on.
say more like Dancing with the Stars, but yeah, that makes more sense. Truman Show.
Yeah, the kids don't know they're in a fake world. So,
So
we-
profound, man.
we are about a block away from the NBA draft. A block is equal to a month. If you didn't know that,
Okay, one block.
one block
One
equals
calendar
a month.
block. Yeah, one block of calendar.
So they're getting really close. They said that here. I got a quote for you guys actually.
He got this quote himself.
No, I did not. I did not.
Oh, not in the field.
I did not. Jeez.
Yeah, yeah, dude, you can't go in the field.
We feel pretty good about where we're at. We're ready to pick, said Executive Vice President of Basketball Operations. Certainly lots of different scenarios and plans that we're working through, but we feel good about our evaluations at this point.
Oh, cool.
I heard I heard somewhere he also so I captured this right off their website. I heard that when he said that, he also put in if we have to pick. If we have to take the pick or something like that. There was something added in there where it was like we don't really want to first pick this year. This kind of sucks almost.
We could trade back, maybe.
Yeah. So that might happen.
Huh.
They did have a player openly say that he wanted the Timberwolves to pass on him. This dude named Wiseman, James
More
Wiseman.
like wise ass.
Yeah, right. Like, what the fuck, dude? Really? Fine. Don't be part of
Yeah.
our team.
He doesn't like the cold.
Well,
Like me.
actually, he specifically pointed out he didn't want to play because Towns played here.
Oh, what a dick.
Yeah.
We should sign that guy.
Hmm.
That's who we're picking.
Wouldn't
Get
that be
that guy.
something?
Jimmy
He's got to be
Butler.
on our team.
Wouldn't that be something? A player to saying, I don't want to play for you, and then we're like, well, you're the best player, and we think that you'd be the best player for our team, so we're picking you, and we're gonna pay you a salary to. This is the NBA, boy. This is the NBA.
They've done that though, haven't they? And haven't players been like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he could just be like, no. I'll wait.
Yeah, like they could just pull out of the draft too, couldn't they? After their pick, they could just be like, "I unqualify myself." Or is that not what they can do? I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know exactly the terms, but they can do stuff like I'm sure they
Yeah,
can. They have a
They
lot
can
of
do
rights.
lots of things. They know a lot of
Players have a
moves.
lot of rights. They have good player association in the NBA, and it's great.
That's great.
So, yeah, the Timberwolves
who
have
is-
what?
And LaMelo Ball.
Yeah,
Not
who's
with
this guy
the
here about LaMelon Ball?
Yeah, so the Timberwolves, so as we know, we have the first 17th, we have the first pick, the 17th pick, and the 33rd pick. Our main needs for to fill those picks would be our overall defense is really bad. We have two players, under a big contract that can't defend at all. Anthony Towns and
D'Angelo Russell.
D'Angelo Russell can't defend it one bit. They're good at scoring, but they can't defend. And Josh Okogie, he's all right, So we need to really pick somebody that's good at defense, always shooting, and some talent. So, so this LaMelo Ball seems to meet that defensive need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And they
Yeah.
came and visited him here. They came here to see him.
Yeah, that's right. That was the other thing is that they met with him, and that's always very newsworthy. He is going to go meet with the next team that has a second pick, just in case the Timberwolves don't pick him. But if you're meeting with the team, sure, they're like, "Yo, dude, we got Russell, we got Towns, we got young talent, we got Saunders, who's a young coach who's awesome because he can talk to you guys." So I don't know.
Get along.
Everybody gets along here in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks it's
like
cold.
a big old Mamba Squad family.
Yeah. Everybody thinks it's cold, but it's a warm family, loving place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As in, warm and loving, and the Timberwolves and the Lynx just released their second episode of their social justice content series of Voices. This is a program that they started up, which is centered around social justice and challenges facing our community. So if you want to check that out, that's on the Lynx website, and we will also post this on our Facebook and our Twitter, which I'm doing right now, actually. So yeah, that's something that's really good. The Lynx have been really active, even though it's their off season. They're always really, really involved with the community and doing stuff for social injustice and stuff like that, which is great. I always think of players where it's like they play and then in their off season work out and hang out at home, and sometimes some of them do reality TV shows or whatever, right?
Go on vacations.
The WNBA gives back, and it's really awesome to see.
Mm-hmm.
They help a lot with criminal justice reform and stuff like that. Very important to them, which is good. Good to hear that they're compassionate people.
And what's really important to see too is that EA finally is recognizing women's sports.
Mm-hmm.
They are now, they're now in their new NBA 2K21 game. It's coming out for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. We are not sponsored. Coming out on November 10th and 12th. The game developer Visual Concepts announced on Thursday that they are coming out with 3 new WNBA focused game modes. And so when you buy the WNBA 2K21, you're not just buying one game, but you're buying 2.
Good.
Because they
Awesome.
3 new WNBA focused game modes are coming to NBA 2K21 as the game re-releases for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. The modes include the W, a new WNBA version of My Player, the popular NBA 2K mode where players create their own athlete and play through their career, the W Online, where players can take that character online and compete in the 3 versus 3 games, similar to Pro-Am or Park modes in the past, and My WNBA, a league simulator that allows you to control all 12 WNBA franchise or select ones throughout multiple seasons. So that's really cool. That's really awesome. Hopefully this can lead to them having their own game instead of it being part of the NBA game. Or at least maybe have the WNBA moniker on the NBA, like they have mutual respect in one game. Because it would be tough for the developer to sell. They could sell both games. Why not?
Or if they're in the same game, Yeah,
like
they
them
could be the same
combined.
game and just have the title include both.
Yeah, let people know it's there. Like some people don't even know that's there.
Like, half of the games have the male player on it, and half the games have the female player on it, and they swap the titles, and it'd be cool.
Mhm.
There's a lot of marketing that they could do with that. It'd
Yeah.
be fun, right?
Reversible covers on games are always pretty cool.
Yeah, I think so. So that's cool. That's at least that's a step, right? That's really nice.
Yes.
Yep.
We got Full Gear coming up for AEW.
Yes, Saturday.
So we got Orange Cassidy versus John Silver, Matt Hardy versus Sam Guevara, Chris Jericho versus MJF, Hangman Page versus Kenny Omega, AEW Women's World Championship, the TNT Championship, AEW World Tag Team Championship, and the AEW World Championship.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a big card coming up. How much does this cost?
I believe it was $49.99 or $59.99. One of the two.
Oh, not bad.
No.
Not bad for that big of a lineup.
Yeah,
Those are
that's a
like
full
Yeah,
line.
it's a great lineup.
that's like
especially-
all their heavy hitters.
Well, in FTR versus Young Bucks, I mean, like they've never even faced each other yet, and people have wanted them to fight each other for years. Like that's a dream matchup for a lot of people.
Oh, this is like that's like a matchup that's been before AEW.
Yes. Like before
Whoa.
AEW, these guys tweeted like that they were gonna fight each other and it was gonna be glorious someday, and like they never have.
That's cool. That'll be.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a big deal. Young Bucks also made a stipulation that if they lose, they'll never challenge for the tag team titles ever again.
Huh.
So they might win.
So they gotta win, right?
I mean, you think they would? That'd suck if they never could challenge for it again. But who knows?
However, they are in real life, part owners or something of AEW, right?
Executives, yeah, they're like vice presidents or executives or some shit like that. Yeah.
What's that called again? So there's real life, and then there's profab, kayfabe.
Kayfabe.
James, have you heard of this before?
Kayfabe?
Kayfabe.
I've heard of prefab
Prefab, I've heard of.
and
Profab.
repro.
How about profab?
Profab?
Profabrication.
No, prefab.
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 Prefabrication.
Prefab.
Prefab. No, prefabrication.
Prefab.
That's what I said.
Profab.
Also,
K-
reproduction. Repro.
This is not K-pop.
No.
It's not K-pop.
Not K-pop.
K-frav.
K-frab. K-frab. Have you ever heard of
K-frav, right?
K-frab, C-dubs? K-frab?
You mean
K-frab. Have you ever heard of it, C-dubs?
No.
K-frab is one of those things.
Are you sure K-frave is not just a mispronunciation of Kofef?
Kofef. That's that one thing.
That's something.
Uh-huh.
It's probably a fake thing, though.
Not like FuzzTalkShop.com.
That's a real
FuzzTalkShop.com is a real thing where you should go to and buy some merchandise from us. That'd be dope. FuzzTalkShop.com. That's a real thing. That's a real life thing. And then there's fake stuff like KFAB. And in real life, what's that?
Kayfabe.
Kayfabe.
Kayfabe. Not Kfap.
Kayfabe. Kayfabe. Okay. So
Do not go to that subreddit.
In real life,
Don't go there.
don't go there. Oh, don't go there.
to FuzzTalkShop.com.
FuzzTalkShop.com. You need to go there. In real life, not in kayfabe, the Young Bucks own AEW.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, they have their fingers in the pie.
yeah. So then maybe So maybe they won't. So maybe they shouldn't contest it. It's just like Cody is the owner, and he
Can't fight for the AEW championship.
He's not gonna fight for the AEW championship.
Yeah,
Because
it sounds like a conflict of interest.
That's what I
But
think.
it's not for him to be the TNT championship. I mean, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah,
It's
makes it
interesting. though.
interesting.
It's intrigue. That's what they want. They want controversy and intrigue, and that's
Intrigue.
definitely what it's gonna give.
So we're gonna have another John Moxley versus Eddie Kingston match.
I quit match though, so that should be really, really, really like brutal. Hopefully,
Yeah,
Like, in
because
a
the
good
last
way.
time Eddie Kingston passed out. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. He's gonna cheat somehow.
Started drooling.
He's gonna cheat somehow.
He will cheat, even though you can't cheat in an I quit match. No
You'll figure out.
disqualification.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't cheat
he'll
if
deal with
nothing's
that.
cheating. Right?
We are in that time frame where we start asking people questions, guys.
Rememberies.
You remember the memories?
Remember the memories.
The memories of the members.
Yeah,
James,
so many memories. Hey,
we had a guest last week. His name was Alex, and he got you a point.
thanks, Alex.
Yeah. So the score is now 6-5. C-Dub 6, James 5. How do you think of
love
that?
that
What do you think of that?
Love that number so much.
Yeah, number 5.
I just might want, might want to have 5 points the rest of my life.
Okay, so remember, this is a buzz-in, so make sure to buzz in when you know the answer. If you don't know the answer, buzz in so we can just keep this going and just answer really quickly as well. In the 2012 season, Adrian Peterson fell just 9 yards shy of whose all-time yards rushing record in a season?
Buzz.
C-Dubs?
Eric Dickerson.
You are correct. 1 point. 1 point. What's the maximum number of baseball games in a modern World Series?
Buzz.
C-Dubs?
7.
Correct. Point number 2. He's pretty quick at these buzzes. Oh.
Yeah,
Focused.
out of 5 points.
How tall is Cam Newton?
Buzz.
James.
Cam Newton is 5'8".
Incorrect. C-Dubs for the steal.
6'3".
Incorrect. 6'6".
Wow.
That's big.
Which
I
year
should've
did the AFL and the NFL officially merge?
Buzz.
C-Dubs.
1967.
Incorrect. James.
Oh shit.
1964.
1970. Who was named NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2002?
Buzz.
James.
It was Antonio Brown.
Incorrect. C-Dubs. Julius Peppers. At the 2018 NBA All-Star Game, who won the slam dunk contest?
Buzz.
C-Dubs.
Adam Levine.
Incorrect.
Oh.
James. That was a good answer.
Adam Levine, but in a more correct way than how C-Dub said it.
Ah, incorrect. Well, I'll give you a point for that. Davion Mitchell. So, that's the end of Fuzzy Memory Trivia. C-Dubs, you got 2 points. James got 1. So we're up 8 to 6 now.
Oh,
He wants to keep it 5, so I'll take his point.
Well, I don't have a marker, so we'll be lucky if we
We'll just figure it out.
Don't worry. Next week
We'll
we'll have
figure it
the
out.
correct amount of points,
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
like we always
Dude,
do.
did you? Okay, I think you said a couple words together that was supposed to be a name, but I want to call this to question here. You said Julius Pepper.
Julius Peppers.
Is that a real person? That's
Yeah.
made up.
Yeah,
That's
no,
that's
this is
a
a
made up
defensive.
name.
This is a
It's when you-
defensive end.
It's when you go to the mall and you get thirsty, but you want it to be spicy.
Yeah, you go to the
to
Julius
Orange
Peppers.
Julius, you get some peppers.
I think you're actually onto something. I think that's a great idea.
That or
would-
I'm on something.
I'm gonna try to get someday. I'm gonna get an Orange Julius and I'm gonna toss a bunch of cayenne in it. That sounds really good to me.
Caliente. Nice. I like it.
Ugh. We're at the end of the episode, guys.
Oh no, it's over?
Yeah, already.
Oh man.
What do you got going on this next week? C-Dubs, what do you got going? What's going on, bud?
I'm getting up when the sun is not up yet. I'm waking up before it and working.
Nice.
That's what I'm doing. A lot of World Series stuff to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good luck. James?
Yeah. Thanks.
Well, I've got a lot of candy laying about
Ooh.
because it was just Halloween, and while we did not trick or treat, I definitely got a lot of candy in the house
Ooh.
for my son. A little bit, but mostly for me.
Yum.
Yum.
And I gotta watch a bunch of horror movies because that's like what I do.
I got candy, not for kids. I just saw it at. I went to the store to get some food, and they had their candy aisle for Halloween at like 50% off. I'm like, I'm just getting that shit. Fuck it.
Yeah, dude.
I don't care.
Everyone loves
I
candy.
love candy. I'm gonna be a diabetic when I grow up.
Yeah.
That's how that works, right? Is that how that
Noble.
works? If I eat too much candy, I'll become a diabetic.
Good.
Yeah.
Is that how that happens?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't want that to happen. I'm not.
No.
Was joking. I do not want to become diabetic. That would not be fun.
No one.
So that's the end of the show, guys. I'm not going to become a diabetic.
It's a good idea.
I am going to, but I don't know. I'm baking all this shit, so I need to start
Keep
exercising.
baking, man.
I'm baking. Follow me on the Instagrams. It's Fuzzy Bakes. Not really. I'm not gonna make an Instagram about me making food
Yeah.
because that's what everybody does.
Vote, everyone, if you haven't voted yet.
Oh
please vote.
yeah, that's right.
Biden,
Make sure to
Biden.
go vote. If you're listening right now, go vote
Right now.
right now if you haven't yet.
With your fists.
If you have, see if anybody needs help to go vote. Go help them vote. However, if you're gonna go help somebody vote, make sure you're careful. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. Sanitize everything you touch. Because that fucking shit is really, really out there right now.
Mhm.
COVID is really bad. So make sure when you go out and vote, make sure to be safe and be kind to your fellow beings.
Your hello beings.
Hello beings, I love you.
Philippines.
FuzzJockRadio. FuzzJockRadio.